Hello there guys. Today is a part 2 for one of the many part 1 videos that I seem to have done recently. I'm not quite sure why that is, I just seem to have a lot of projects on the go. I think partly because I've been resurrecting old projects and trying to get them moving again. Anyway, this is part 2 of the Airfix Shannon-class lifeboat, which I built back in February, and this is a 1/72nd scale model, and it is also an Airfix Starter Set. Now this is how I left the model at the end of the last video, with the hull completed and most of the sub-assemblies completed, but everything kept separate for painting. The back of the box does give us painting and decal instructions, and it's worth noting that looking at reference images shows that there are some colour variations between the different Shannon-class lifeboats. Although the Airfix starter kits do come with paintbrushes and pots of paint, I wanted to airbrush mine, so I mixed my own blue from a combination of Tamiya XF8 and a small amount of XF1 black. Initially I gave the cabin, both inside and outside, a coat of Tamiya X6, which is gloss orange. That's what you can see here. Later on I do change that because I'm not quite happy with the glossiness of that. I then had to mask off the below waterline section so that I could paint it black. That's quite difficult with the compound curves of the hull, but we do have a white line, which is a decal, that denotes the difference between those two areas, so a small amount of bleed through from the masking tape hopefully won't be a huge problem. And as it turns out, there wasn't really any bleed through anyway. And I think already you can see that's looking a lot more like a lifeboat. I gave the entire deck area a coat of grey. If I remember correctly, this was either medium grey or neutral grey. And then, although a lot of it won't be able to be seen in detail, I did paint the interior. There's actually a fantastic Shannon-class lifeboat virtual tour, and as you can see from that, the vast majority of the interior is actually black or dark grey. Of course, looking around this virtual tour, it's obvious that the Airfix model is massively simplified, which of course is fair enough. It's 1/72nd scale, it is a starter kit as well. But it's quite cool going around the tour and seeing the survivor space and the engine space and everything else. It's really interesting. I did paint the seats and the controls and so on black, but I decided to leave the interior of the cabin in the orange colour. Otherwise I thought everything would be lost anyway. Since I had the black paint out, I also painted the railings at this point. These are part grey or aluminium and part black, and I didn't want to mask them because I figured the masking tape could potentially lead to me breaking these thin parts. However, I did mask and airbrush the black around the side of the hull. A small detail that I thought I would add is the quite prominent seat belts. So I took some 1mm Tamiya tape, painted it with XF8 blue, and then cut it to appropriate lengths and stuck it onto the seats. Again, I'm not 100% sure how well that will be seen from the outside, but I feel like it's a little bit of detail. There are a few fixtures and fittings which need to be fitted to the deck, all with nicely keyed holes so you can't get them in the wrong location. Painting the exterior is where I found the reference photos super helpful. The Airfix guide shows us everything orange, but in actual fact there are quite a few small details that I think really help bring the model to life. And at this point I've repainted the orange here. Instead of using the X6 gloss, I have mixed my own orange using XF7 and XF4, which is red and yellow, and I'll get the gloss effect with some varnish later. I just felt this was more of a deep orange, which better suited the actual colour. Then I gave everything a coat of VMS semi-gloss varnish ready for the decals, of which we have a few to go on. The two most awkward ones are probably the yellow and red stripe here, which must conform to the hull shape, although it is a very well shaped decal and does fit it quite well. But of course you still have to sort of fiddle it a bit, it's quite a long decal. And then the white stripe which divides the blue and the black. In terms of numbers, we only get one in this set, which is 1301, which I believe is the first Shannon-class lifeboat to be built. If you want to build other ones, there is a separate Airfix decal sheet that you can buy with various code numbers on them. With all the decals down, it was time to add the various details. Things like the railings, which are a little bit overscale, but that does have the benefit of making them quite easy to handle. And one thing I noticed, just dry fitting the cabin now, before the glass is even in place, there was a bit of a tight fit. I'm not sure if the paint just took that slightly out of tolerance, so I did have to trim down those tabs slightly. And then, to be honest, they were so snug that I didn't even use any glue to get that down. I really do like the large single piece glazing that just attaches to that ample attachment space on the roof of the cabin. Annoyingly, I've managed to film half of this out of frame, but it does snap in very well, and we have our completed Airfix lifeboat. And there we go guys, that is my completed Airfix starter kit in 1/72 scale of the Shannon-class lifeboat. I bought this kit from a nice model shop in Guernsey in Easter 2025, so I feel like I've done maybe better than my average by turning that around in less than a year. Just. This is a nice little kit which you can see I've displayed on the included stand here. I did originally want to do a small sort of seascape diorama or scene, but of course there are no figures to go with this, so it would look a little bit like a ghost crew. Perhaps at some point I can find a way of getting a lifeboat crew. I do have a few ideas, but in the meantime she will stay on the stand. I found this a nice change from my usual subjects, and the kit itself was really well broken down. Nice sub-assemblies, parts are easy to handle, and there's a good balance I think between detail and number of parts. I think in terms of being a starter set it's probably a slightly more advanced starter set, but overall really high quality and really good fun. I would like to say thank you to all of you for watching, and special thanks of course to my Patreon supporters and YouTube members for their ongoing support of my channel. It is massively appreciated. I have quite a few projects still on the go, some of which you've seen part 1s for and some of which you haven't. So please do stay tuned for all kinds of modelling videos in the coming months. Until then, thank you again for watching and have fun modelling.